I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Thank you, everyone, for being here. The Utilities Committee meeting of December the 1st, 2025. Presently on the committee, we have Councilman Bruce Abens, Council Chairman Martin DeVries, and Council Member Eric Schaefer is excused. At this time, we look to the minutes of July 21st, 2025. Those minutes are approved. Are there any changes or corrections? Hearing none, those are approved. And at this time, this meeting was requested by Mayor Corcoran. I will turn it over to him and his administration.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm actually going to just flip this over to Kim. She's been handling this for the most part, so I'll let her speak on it.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In 2016, Council authorized the Mayor Gillick at the time to enter into an agreement to install a cell tower at Shady Drive Complex with TowerCo. And that agreement was executed, but the tower was never constructed. And some time went by, and I think maybe it was, I'm not sure all the reasons it didn't move forward at the time. And Kit Nichols here with TowerCo who can answer some of those questions. But just within the past year or so, the company reached back out to the city, expressed interest in picking things back up where they had left off several years ago, and had approached our Park and Rec director at that time to see if there was still an opportunity to install a tower at Shady Drive Complex. So, the administration got more involved. We reviewed the terms of the 2016 agreement, and just having reviewed that agreement, found that it might not be in the best favor of the city, and that it would be in the city's best interest to renegotiate some of those terms if we're to consider, renewing this agreement with TowerCo. So in 2016, the lease area was about 5,600 square feet or so. That's been reduced in our current agreement, proposed agreement, to 2,400 square feet. Back in 2016, there was a 5-year initial term with 4 5-year renewals, so overall a 25-year agreement. This agreement before you is a 50-year agreement, so there's an initial 5-year term plus 9 renewal periods. In 2016, the city was going to drive revenue $900 a month, and then there would be a 2% increase after the initial 5-year period. So over 25 years, the city would have received just over $316,000. The renegotiated involves a $2,500 signing bonus, a $1,500 a month rental fee with 1.5% annual increase after the first year, and an additional $500 per other major carrier that would locate on the tower. So this is much more in conformance with other types of lease terms that we're seeing in the region and that I'd previously experienced in another community. So we appreciate TowerCo being willing to sharpen their pencil and bring back a better deal for the city. So over 50 years, in lieu of the 316 and 25, will be over 1.8 million in revenue. So granted, over 50 years, that's, we're not talking about money that's going to change the world, but we are talking about a revenue stream that the city could certainly utilize. The general location is proposed to be somewhat changed. It had been on the very far south side of the parking lot of the park where materials are currently stored. And just because there's an idea of potential future road connectivity through the end of Waterbury, heading south towards alternate 83, the thought is that really wasn't the best place to put a tower. It might interfere with future road alignments. So we're proposing to move it further east, which is, again, away from the Waterbury residents. There's like a fourplex of I don't know if it's t-ball or softball fields for the little kids. Any site plan has to go before Planning Commission and then would come back before council. So you'll have the opportunity to review the actual site plan for the construction of the tower. But the height of the tower is not changed. Again, Kit Nickel here with TowerCo might be able to answer any questions of the committee, but we do feel like it's a much more favorable agreement for the city of North Ridgeville and something that seems that council had supported back in 2016. So we hope you will support again in 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, did you have anything to add?
No, that pretty much sums it up. Thank you.
Okay. Members of the committee, Bruce, do you have any questions?
I guess the main question I have for Mr. Nickel is, I've seen these projects before, and either they don't get done, or it's a lot of time in between. When do you expect to start this project? Yeah, the purchase. Give us your name, address.
Are we on? Excellent.
Yes.
My name is Kit Nickel. I'm at 7560 Columbia Road in Olmsted Falls. I have been with TowerCo for over 2 years, and I've been in the industry building cell sites and remodeling and doing work on cell sites for just over 28 years. I'm also an Ohio licensed real estate broker, although it doesn't typically apply to what I'm doing here. It's nice to have. So North Ridgeville has budgets, and sometimes the money isn't available to do the things you want to do. Companies like Verizon, who is the company that we're representing for this, they have budgets too. And sometimes I think their budgets are a lot larger than everything that we're working with. We have a very close relationship with Verizon in this part of the country. We build many sites. I personally have 52, 53 sites that I'm working with Verizon on. I think it's a matter of budget. It's a matter of budget, and as a national wireless carrier, you're also looking for how many pops, how many people are we going to serve for putting a new cell site up. And back in 2015, 2016, it's still a growing area. It's on the list. And then maybe it got bumped for something that was a little bit more pressing. Well, it's pressing now. It's filling up with homes. And I work out of my home. A lot of people who don't do it full time also work at least part time. And the technology has to work. It doesn't matter even if you have fiber to the house and you can have, a voice over IP line. You need your mobile phone to work. Many companies, T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T is getting into this, will do fixed wireless internet. So even if you are comfortable and if you have $100 fiber to the home, they may offer you $25 a month for 100 megabit service, and that's also served by new tower sites. So I think that the reason it didn't go forward back then was a question of where was it on the priority list, and I think probably they're seeing it in their numbers when you come back to it. The other question, if I may, that I get asked a lot is, do you really need this? You're just building it because you want to, right? Well, no. We don't build things that we can't build profitably, and they don't spend money at all unless it's providing them with a return, or they're meeting some government requirement for population coverage in an area. So my understanding, the reason it went away before was it was lower on the budget back then, and with the additional development that's going on, certainly the development that's coming, it's absolutely going to be necessary.
Okay.
Very good. Any other questions?
Nope.
Let the record reflect that Council President Jason Jacobs is here, Councilwoman Georgia Awig here, Councilman Cliff Winkle is here, and so is Councilwoman Holly Swank. At this time, I'll call members of council. Do you have any questions or concerns at this time? Mr. Winkle?
Quick question. What is the acreage impact of the site on Shady?
It's 2,400 square feet, so it's a 40 by 60 area. It's a fairly small shelter.
Okay. And in the agreement or the contract, does the city have the ability to go in for anything it needs to do to repair, not this tower, because we don't know the tower, but anything that would be affected and that would be surrounding the tower, any auxiliary things like that?
Within the area, the lease area, I believe certainly if there's a health or safety issue or a maintenance item, the city would have ability to get in, but we would not get in the cabinets or any of the.
Of course not. I guess
yeah.
talking about if it impacts something adjacent to it or something, you have to work with that.
Yeah, fencing or that kind of thing.
All right, thank you.
Just one thing.
Yes, please.
With specific regard to the location of the site and the size, 2,400 square foot compound of 40 by 60, one of the things that was important was to have it not share a fence with the ball diamond. And so I think there's 5 or 6 feet that we talked about so that you can cut grass, you can get in there, if there's fence repair, if there's anything, not just for North Ridgeville, but for us. If Tower Co. required some repairs, if something happened, we have to get in there. You want us to make sure there's no weeds and everything taken care of. So yes, that is planned into it, sir.
My question is, and I remember back in 2016, I think I was on zoning at the time, they build these to be self-collapsing, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And it's designed that way. We're not proposing a tower with guy wires, right? It's very rare in this area to have something that requires guy wires. But whether you're looking at a monopole, which is what we're proposing, a tube-like structure, different from what Tower Co. did out here with that self-support, both of those are engineered to collapse on themselves, yes.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Any
very
other
much.
questions, comments? All right. Well, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to send this on to council for further consideration.
Second.
All right. It was moved by DeVries, seconded by Abens, to move this forward to council for further consideration. So approved. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you for being here.